kill you, but after that, I'm going to put the curses on them. I'm going to send them into slavery. I'm going to punish them. See, he let it be known in the law. Deuteronomy means the law. See, he gave them a prophecy in the law. And this is what Yahweh Shah, who they ignorantly call Jesus Christ, this is what he came to fulfill. This is the gospel, the good news. See, he told them they're going into slavery for being wicked, but he also told them that it's going to be good news. And the good news wasn't slavery, obviously. That was the bad news. That's like when somebody come on and you say, I got good news and I got bad news. Which one you want first? And most people, what they going to say? Give me the bad news first. Give me the bad news first, because I want to see where the drama coming. See, I don't want you giving me the good news and making me thinking everything all right and everything cool. Give me the bad news first. So he gave him the good news last. Luke 4:18. He said, and the Spirit of the Lord is upon me. This is when he went in on the Sabbath day and he went into the temple and he opened up the book of Isaiah, Isaiah 61. He said, the Spirit of the Lord is upon me because he have anointed me to preach the gospel, or the good news, to the poor. He has sent me to heal the brokenhearted, to preach deliverance to the captives. See, deliverance to the captives meaning the slaves, telling the slaves that you're not going to be in slavery no more. You coming out of slavery. You're going to be released. I'm going to redeem you. I'm going to buy you back out of slavery. We sold you into slavery, and now I'm coming to crack the sky to buy you back. He said, to preach deliverance to the captives and recovering of the sight to the blind, and to set at liberty them that are bruised. That liberty means to set free. That's why he say, come learn the truth, and the truth gonna set you free. That's why he say he is the truth. I am the truth, the way, and the life. I'm gonna set you free out of slavery, because you were thrown into slavery for your wickedness. Now, he also, let's get Luke 24. Because Luke 24, pretty much the last part of Luke. 24:44. So he had met them, and they was eating fish. You know, they was having a fish fry. Yahweh and his disciples was having a fish fry. So he sat them down, and he told them in verse 44, Luke 24:44. And he said unto them, these are the words which I spake unto you while I was yet with you, that all things must be fulfilled. See, that all things was talking about y'all coming out of slavery, or y'all going into slavery, and then you're going to come out of slavery and put your enemies in slavery. It says that all things must be fulfilled, which was written in the law of Moses. What's that? Deuteronomy 30 and 7. These curses is going to be put on your enemies. Meaning they're going to go into slavery, and they're going to get killed by the sword. It says, and in the prophets, that's Isaiah, Jeremiah, Ezekiel. See, they going into slavery. It says, and in the Psalms, even King David, that's what Psalms 149, Psalm 149 talks about execution or the judgment that was written that the Israelites is going to bind kings with chains. What kind of kings they going to put in chains? Who are these kings they going to put in chains? The so-called white man. He the only king on the earth. He got all the power, all the militaries, and his face is on the money. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, Ezekiel. Jeremiah and Ezekiel is another part. Because not only that, you got World War III. World War III is going to pop off, and the Israelites is going to be a part of that situation. They're going to be more of a grand finale, but they're going to be a part of it. Because look at what he say in verse Isaiah chapter 51. Starting at verse 20, say, "Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war." Meaning saying, you Israelites, y'all are my battle axe. Y'all are my weapons of war. It says, "For with you will I break in pieces the nation, and with you will I destroy kingdoms." What kingdoms is they going to destroy? They're going to destroy the kingdom of Esau, because the Edomites is going to shoot missiles from Russia and blow up America. America's not going to be a part of that war. But the Russians and the other nations, Germany, France, Spain, they're going to still be over there. So the Israelites is going to go over there and they're going to battle. They're going to be God's battle axe against those Edomites that's over there in those lands. And Ezekiel, he breaks it down in Ezekiel 25. Ezekiel 25:14, I think. 25:14, he say, "And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom, and by the hand of my people Israel, and they shall do in Edom according to mine anger, and according to mine fury, and they shall know my vengeance, thus says the Lord." So the Israelites is going to battle the Edomite, the Russian, the Germans, the Spanish, Portugal, Spain, what else? Britain, London, whatever the heck else, Switzerland. See, all these other nations that the so-called white man, the Edomites, is ruling at, the Israelites, after the destruction of America, they gonna go to those lands and battle. It's gonna be a battle. Let me get Ezra. Second Ezra, chapter 13. Let's see here. Go to the beginning of the chapter. Now, Second Ezra 13 talks about Yahushua when he come back, when he cracked the sky. It says, and it talks about World War III pretty much. It says in verse 5, this Salakia, this Second Ezra chapter 13 verse 5. "And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of the heavens to subdue the man that came out the sea." So now they trying to subdue Yahushua. It says, verse 6, "But I beheld, and lo, he had graven himself a great mountain and flew upon it. See, that great mountain is going to have the Israelites up in there with him. That's why he said in 1 Thessalonians 4:16 that he going to gather them up and they going to meet him in the sky when he come blowing the trumpet. It says, verse 6, and behold, and lo, he hath gathered unto himself a great mountain and flew upon it. But I would have seen the region of the place wherewith the hill was graven, and I could not. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid, and they durst fight. And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand nor his sword, nor any instrument of war. See, he didn't pull out a weapon and go to shooting. He didn't pull out a grenade or a nuclear missile and go to shooting. Verse 10, he say, but only I saw that he sent out of his mouth as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath. That's them UFOs. Them UFOs gonna be shooting fire. See, he say, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempest. See those sparks? That's gonna be them, just like in Independence Day. You saw them UFOs shooting all kind of fire flames. And he say, verse 11, and they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which were prepared to fight, and burnt them up, every one, so that upon a sudden of innumerable multitude nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and smoke, smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid. Okay. Let's come down to verse 13 to get to the point. It says, and there came much people unto him. See, that's going to be the Israelites. Much people is going to go unto him, unto Yahushua, the battle axes, the weapons of war. He says, whereof some were glad, some were sorry. Some of them were bound, and others some brought of them that were offered. So some of them gonna be sad, some of them gonna be glad.